Let's go to Conover, North Carolina. Hope I said that right. Matt is there. Matt, you're on the Ken Coleman Show.
Yeah, hi. Thanks for having me, Ken.
You bet, Matt. What's going on?
Yeah, so I am a youth director at a church here. It's what I went to school for. It's what I have my bachelor's degree in. And I've been working at this job for almost 8 years now. Mm-hmm. And the difficulty has become that for most of the years that I've been here, I have not been getting regular raises 5 of the 8 years that I've been working at the church. And looking ahead over the next couple of years, I've been considering changing careers to do something new, but I really don't know where to start with that.
Okay. Well, what have you wondered about? I'm sure you've had some ideas about what you might want to do, or at least I'd like to kick the tires and look into this. What comes to mind?
Yeah. Before I became a youth director, I thought about education and teaching. The way that the education system is in North Carolina, it's not really any better than where I'm at as far as getting raises on a regular basis. I've thought about even just going back for a master's for something specific, but I just haven't narrowed down, what it would be that I would want to do. So
yeah, let me ask you a question, and I don't want you to feel guilty about this, but I do want you to answer this as honestly as you can without filter.
Mm-hmm.
Is this drive for change about more money and consistent raises, and you feel like I'm not making progress and I'm not making a real contribution if I don't see consistent raises? How much of that is factoring into this?
The raises is true. So I was married. I just got married last fall, and so a lot of it for me has been looking forward to the idea of raising a family and just being able to provide for them in the future. And so the raise part has been a part of it too. I know. Some of it with the church that I'm at has been just not feeling appreciated with the position that I'm in and the work that I do there as well.
Okay.
So that is factored in somewhat too.
Okay, so that's what I want to hone in for just a moment, because I'm not sure it's wise for us to think about different careers or different paths until we figure out what's really causing you to feel like I want to change. And I'm hearing salary and I'm hearing underappreciated. But I also heard at the start, and by the way, that's real. And that's not, a figment of your imagination. No, nothing wrong with feeling that way. That's a real factor. But you said something at the start of the phone call. You said, Ken, this is what I went to school for. And so I have a question for you. Do you feel called to ministry?
I do.
All right, then.
Yeah.
So hold on. So now
I love what I do, working with the kids that I do.
Okay, so that's the period. So you're not released from your call. If I can just speak to you brother to brother here, and I think you know what I'm saying. You're not released. Now, we have a Should I Quit My Job quiz at kencoleman.com. I want you to take it just for fun, just for extra confirmation when we're done with this phone call. But you are probably going to test out. It takes 3 minutes, and it's about 20 questions. And I think you're going to come up with the result that you are doing the right thing in the wrong place, meaning you're called to youth ministry or maybe eventually senior pastor or whatever, but you're called to ministry and you're not released, and you just acknowledge that. So I think because you're underappreciated and you've not seen any kind of pay increase, I think that it's just kind of soured the whole situation. But if I were to transplant you into another ministry where you felt very loved and appreciated, you were recognized and rewarded, which is what we're talking about here. That's all we've been talking about this whole time. It's recognition and reward, okay? And if that were to happen, would you even be on the phone with me?
Probably not, no.
No, so here's the deal. I want to be realistic with you. Ministry is not a profession that is marked by consistent raises. That's just not the game. And I think you know that. But I also think that you're being realistic to say, hey, at some point we need some percentage increase over time. But this isn't about the money. So if you're a youth pastor, student ministries guy, The only way you're going to see a big increase is if you move up in size of church, which obviously the larger the church, the more the giving, the greater the salary. You get all this.
Right.
Yeah, so I want you to be realistic, okay? So I think that's the issue, man. I think this is just about, hey, let me go to a place where it's a better environment where, and by the way, churches aren't immune to being bad cultures. And I feel like that's
absolutely.
what's going on. I feel like you need to press pause on this doubt about, am I supposed to be in ministry? Because you just owned it and said you are supposed to be in ministry. This is about getting in a better place, a better church, a better environment. And you know what this is about? Self-development, connecting and growing, and putting yourself in a position to where you get recognized at other places and you can step up. So you've got to get healthy. So this is a reset. You should no longer be thinking, Matt, well, I'm thinking about getting into education. No, you're not. You need to think about getting into a different ministry. Madison, let's give him a copy of the proximity principle. If he doesn't have it, if he has it, give it to him anyway, and he can give it to somebody else. Because, Matt, this is really about you connecting. You're clear. You're already through stage 1. You're qualified. You're through stage 2. This is about getting reconnected. So this is about you already started, you've been in the industry, you want to get promoted. So this is about, let's repeat stage 3 and 4, get connected and get started. We're going to restart somewhere else. And then we're going to work on stage 5, get promoted. That's where you sit right now.